All right, no injuries to report. Tough loss, obviously, against defending world champs. I thought our guys fought hard in all three phases, a lot of good stuff, but first half was really good, got off the way we wanted to. Obviously, a little bit of a slow start by the offense in the first quarter, but then got it going in the second quarter. And then the second half, just too many mistakes. Just too many mistakes in the second half to beat a good football team.
At one point, like 26 plays without a run. I know some of those are probably RPOs, but why not give the ball to Jonathan Taylor more?
Yeah, I mean, we were rolling. We scored 21 points. We tried to run it in the first quarter. There's number one run defense. We weren't getting anything. We started throwing it in the second quarter, and started having a lot of success. Carson was hot. Called a bunch of RPOs that got to throws because they were throw reads. Even we come out in the third quarter, we moved the ball well in the third quarter. We moved down there twice. We're moving it well. And so I'll go back and look at it, but felt comfortable that we were executing and moving the ball. We had a few mistakes here and there. Respect their defense. They stopped us in the run early, and then we were able to get it going late, obviously. But each drive we were looking at it, trying to mix it up where we could call a couple RPOs early, and then you get a couple situations where you're behind the sticks. And then thirdly, like I said, Carson was hot. Felt like we were playing well there, and that's just the way it's going to be sometimes.
There's a weird number like that, 26 straight passes. Are you aware of that? Does some analytic guy say, hey, it's been a while? Or?
Yeah, normally someone will say something to me. Nothing was said to me during that stretch, but sometimes something like that will be said. And the reason probably no one was saying anything was because a lot of the things we were calling were working. And a lot of them were working against a really good defense. So I think that's probably why.
Frank, when you make a lot of mistakes, the way they turn the ball, there's some penalties, that kind of thing. I mean, just what's the frustration level when it does kind of feel like you beat yourself, and even though you had a chance to win?
Yeah, very frustrating. When you're going up against that good of a team, and you really got a chance. You feel like if we don't beat ourselves, and they were playing us, and the other thing they were doing, just thinking about it, going a little bit back to the previous question, is they were playing base defense against our sub offense a little bit too, so trying to force us into throwing it a little bit more. But ultimately, when you make that many mistakes against a good football team, it's going to come back and haunt you.
Is it hard to get your running game going when, like you said, Carson was kind of like, at one point it looked like he was playing 7-on-7 out there because he had a clean pocket to work with. Two, is it hard to get Jonathan touches in that situation when you're rolling smooth? Because you guys were going until the strip sack, and then you guys seem to have that avalanche start after that.
I mean, we tried to throw it to him. I don't know how many targets he had, but we tried to throw it to him some, like we always do. Still try to keep him involved that way. But like you said, Mike, when we struggled so bad in the first quarter and we're just out of sync, we couldn't get anything in the run game. We just couldn't get one run to hit in the first quarter. I didn't feel like one run hit in the first quarter. And then we opened it up and started play action in on first down and hit the big play to Ashton, and things started opening up a little bit. And Carson was hot, and we were open. And, we knew going in that their defensive front was the strength of this team, and we felt like we could get after them a little bit in the secondary. And, if anything, maybe we should have got more aggressive early throwing, but really wanted to try to keep Jonathan in it early, see if we could get it going early, but that we just didn't produce early in the run game, really back until the fourth quarter.
How did you see from the Bucs offense in terms of moving the ball in the second half? 3 drives over 65 yards. It just looked like a different offense after half.
Yeah, I mean, when we're turning over, it just kind of gives them life too. That's number one. Number two, that they got Tom Brady, so he's going to put together drives. That's a top-rated offense. I mean, they're a top-rated offense. The number one scoring offense in the NFL. So that's what they do. I knew our defense would play well, and I think our defense did a lot of really good things. Came into this game thinking we were going to have to score 35, 38 points to win this game because of the offense that we were going up against. And I really think, how well we played defensively in the first half, and really much of the game was a credit to the defense of hanging in there, and then we just can't give them the ball that many times.
Frank, how did you feel about the way the DPIs were called today? TJ had one in the end zone, and Rock had a couple, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I got to get a closer look at him on film. The one on TJ, I felt like Brady makes a good play because what happens is we got such good pressure. He's just getting rid of it. He's just trying to throw it. It's really a savvy play. He throws the ball early just to get it in the vicinity, and so it didn't feel like anything to me. It felt like it was a throwaway deal, and it was just incidental contact. But I have to look at it more closely. I have no complaints about the officiating this year. I think it's been pretty good.